Travis Center. Bradley's going to start with the basketball. Travis Justice, Nick Ball with you at the Qwest Center. Been a great season. Hope you've enjoyed all 9 games on your Action 3 News Station. Been a great season for me and Nick. You had fun?
I've had a blast. It's sad that it's going to be over today. You've been fun to work with, Travis. It's been an honor.
This is my senior day, too, I guess.
You're going to get out there and give a speech? You give a speech to me.
No, I don't get to give a speech. I don't know. They're not going to let me do that. I'd ramble on. I've been here all 16 years of Dana.
You got a lot to talk about, huh? And some has been fun, just traveling with you, just hearing some of the stories that you have. You got stories for days. The amount of different athletic events you've been to and different sports personalities you've been able to work with.
Nice pass inside as Egoff can't finish. Look at the rebound again by Justin Carter. Jays need the crowd in this thing. That shot at the end of the first half really deflated this crowd.
Yeah, it really took the life out of this Qwest Center crowd. And interesting that Dana Altman made a move to start Casey Harriman in the second half and not Ethan Rogge, although Ethan had done a really good job of shooting the basketball, scoring 12 points to lead all scorers. Going with, oh, excuse me. On that, I did not see Ethan come out. I was distracted by talking about Travis, and
see, you can't blame me on that.
I was looking at you and getting all nostalgic about your situation there. Rogge with 3 fouls, something to keep your eye on as well. They really haven't been able to have anyone else knock down some perimeter jump shots. Someone's got to step up and knock some shots down.
Carter draws the foul. That was with 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. And let's compare the start of the first half and the start of the second half for the Jays. The ball movement just does not seem to be there like it was early on for the Blue Jays. Out of sync offensively, is that something defensively the Braves are doing?
No, I think they're a little bit out of sync, and that's something that I always talk about. Whenever I do my keys to the game, one of the most consistent ones has been to share the basketball, and it's really important for the ball to not stick, and it needs to get swung around. They need to think about making plays for each other. So when you see the ball get hung up, that's when I get worried, because I think you see the efficiency level go down for the Blue Jays offensively. But they did, for the most part, they did a good job in the first half. Again, 10 team assists in that first half is a very good number to see.
Bradley has never led in this ball game. Last time it was tied, it was at 0. Braves can tie it right here. Off the mark, Sims Edwards. Now the Blue Jays pushing the pace. Here's Josh Jones.
That's good. That's a good push. That's a good look ahead from Antoine Young and Josh Jones, immediately putting pressure on Andrew Warren to make a play. What you got to do, you got to make the defense have to sprint back and get ready to defend in transition.
Correction, foul on number 24, Andrew Warren, his second personal.
Called the foul on Warren.
I get lost in another jump shot.
Kenny and his range and what he's able to do off the pass.
It's so difficult for opposing teams to defend because most players are not used to getting out and contesting jump shots, but here it is, Omaha to Omaha. Qwest to Omaha Central. Antoine Young positioning to his boy Josh Jones. And that's pretty easy to do. Be able to be on the same team, and that's fun to see. But it's definitely a great play from Antoine Young.
Josh Jones, in a matter of 5 weeks, became a bench player to a solid Division I basketball player.
Just goes to show you opportunity and confidence, how important they are at this level. You got the opportunity, you took advantage of it.
Again, the Blue Jays with a steal. Antoine Young pulls up.
Making great decisions. Making great decisions, Trav, there. Pushing it. Just take what the defense gives you. No one picks you up, stop and pop. Antoine Young doing a nice job in transition.
We're letting him play inside.
See what you see there, what I talked about earlier with Antoine Young, because Sims Edwards moved the ball around, that gives the ref the opportunity to not call the foul.
Look at Josh Jones.
You said it, the emergence of Josh Jones. Obviously with the suspension of Pion Sinet, there was a void that needed to be filled, and Josh Jones has certainly filled it.
Kenny Lawson. Jay's back to a 10-point lead just like that, as the Braves have not. Bradley starting the second half much like it started the first half, not scoring points.
I'm a huge believer in the most important stretch of games lots of times is the first 4 minutes of the second half. Creighton is doing a really good job establishing themselves here in the early going of the second 20 minutes. And obviously with Chad Millard's injury, Wayne Runnels becomes extremely important in terms of he can't get in foul trouble because they don't have anybody to back him up. Chad Millard emerged as that third post, and Runnels has been really foul prone. And now with Millard with a bum wheel, Runnels got to be really careful to not foul.
Goff is wearing Bradley socks. He may be the first college player I've ever seen do that. I mean, he must have gone to the bookstore and got the Bradley socks.
My freshman year at Kansas, Keith Langford, he went to the bookstore and found some Jayhawk socks, and he wore them the first couple games. I think Coach Self said, no, buddy, put on some Nike socks just like everybody else. Here's this 2-3 zone again, Trav. Something I think was really successful for Bradley. See what Creighton wants to do. Here comes that lob. You know, that's something Creighton was able to get a lot in the past handful of years, whether it be to Pion Sinet or Nick Porter or Nate Funk back in the day. Even a guy like Brees Ninsu was able to get up and get some down. They haven't been able to get that very much this year.
Brown. School Runnels.
Taking right to the cup. Here we go. Ball movement really important against this zone. You want to get it swung from side to side, and I'm a huge believer in that skip passes are very effective against the zone from one side to another. I think Harriman's got to be ready to shoot that ball. That's a set play to overload a side. He's got to be ready to take that shot.
Runnels. Now Harriman. And Harriman will draw the foul. Timeout on the